Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for convening this important hearing. The horrific atrocities happening right now in Israel by Iran-backed Hamas terrorists are heartbreaking. Israel should know that Congress remains steadfast in our support and our commitment to provide them with the tools necessary to defend themselves and the resources to eradicate the perpetrators of these heinous acts. This administration must recognize that Iran will not negotiate in good faith, bears responsibility for strengthening terrorist proxies around the world, and is still a state sponsor of terrorism. I want to be sure we bring to light today the human rights abuses being perpetrated by Iran against its citizens, and in particular, the abuses being perpetrated against women and girls. Ms. Ahmadinejad, I commend you on your courage in speaking out despite the threats to your safety and the danger to you. I'd like to return to your story because it is important for us to understand, to have a firsthand picture of the status of women and girls in what you described earlier as gender apartheid. Would you please share with us what that looks like for citizens of Iran?
It looks miserable. Imagine you go out by just showing a bit of your hair. You're not even sure whether you're going to go back home alive or not. Recently, the Islamic Republic actually beaten up a woman called Roya Zakari. She was unveiled. She refused the morality police. She got beaten up. And then they sent her to mental hospital because they believe women who say no to compulsory hijab, they are mentally deranged. Let me make sure that women of the Middle East, Iran, who can face these barbaric regimes, they are the most stable women in the region, in the world. But yes, a regime that kick out girls from the age of 7 from a school if they don't cover their hair. If you don't call it the gender apartheid, then what do you call it? A regime that actually do not allow women to travel abroad without getting permission from their husband. We're not even allowed to go to stadium. We're not even allowed to dance. We're not allowed to sing solo. Women are not allowed to run for, presidential election. They cannot run the country. Believe me, we have more powerful women, educated women, compared to Rouhani, Raisi, and these killers. So women are being counted like second-class citizens from the age of 7. That is why I believe that Democrats, Republicans, you can get united and help us to expand the definition of apartheid in all international law to include gender as well. That's how we, the women of Iran and women of Afghanistan, we can easily fight back the gender apartheid regime in the Middle East.
What can we be doing as a committee, as a Congress, as a country? What can we be doing to help fight for the status of women and girls in Iran?
You can do a lot. First of all, as I said, that women received Nobel Peace Prize this year, Sakharov Award from European Parliament. But the real award for us is that you take the lead and ask your allies in democratic countries, first, to name the Islamic Republic as it is, gender apartheid. Second, support the civil society inside Iran. And third, instead of negotiating with the killers, negotiate with women, negotiate with the leaders, negotiate with oppositions, and be ready to see an Iran without the Islamic Republic. Because I'm being target of the assassination plot, don't ask me to go under witness protection, I'm not in a position to ask questions, but how many of you, if you face killers in front of your house, your government comes to you and say that, okay, we love you, just go and disappear, be silent. Would you accept that? How many of you accept that? This is America. My First Amendment, freedom of speech. I want you to help me to be as loud as I can because I'm not here to save Iranians. I'm not here to save just my own homeland in Iran. I'm an American citizen as well. I'm here, like millions of Iranians, to save America from one of the most dangerous virus, which is called Islamic Republic. I know there is a famous expression in America, what happened in Vegas is going to stay in Vegas, correct? But what happened in the Middle East is not going to stay in the Middle East. The Islamic Republic is more deadlier than coronavirus. They're going to infect the rest of the world. So I want none of the Democrats, congresswomen, none of them condemn assassination plot. It breaks my heart. When women were white, all the congresswomen were white in the Congress, I was so excited. I thought this is because of White Wednesday's campaigns against compulsory hijab. So I want women, Democrats, Republican, right, left, see this as bipartisan and help us to end this gender apartheid regime. This will benefit the rest of the world.
Thank you, Ms. Alinejad. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.